No matter how hard you work for something, sometimes it's just not for you.
My mom, when I was young, told me don't like me because I was gay.
It was my nan being diagnosed with cancer.
The reason that I end up in foster care was because my family don't love me.
This girl said something to me, you're just like your dad.
That you're going to be stuck where you are. Obviously, it was painful to hear, but I didn't really believe it. I didn't think it was true.
Because I lost my little sister. Yeah, that's the most painful thing. My mom had to tell me that she had cancer.
No matter how hard you work for something, sometimes it's just not for you. It's challenging to hear that, especially in this hard navigating time of life we're going through. Everything is up in the air. There's so many things going on, and learning to accept that certain things are not going to be for us is a tough pill to swallow. But the sooner you are able to handle rejection and get on with life, we're going to move forward and get better.
That I'm not doing enough.
It was my nan being diagnosed with cancer.
I think my mom, when I was young, told me she told me don't like me because I was gay before I do my transition. So I think that.
I felt kind of disheartened because obviously, when you're in a situation, it's easy to just think about the situation that you're in and not really think ahead. Like a lot of people, they do dwell on the past, but obviously you're always told to not think about the past. But the easiest thing is to think about the past and kind of your present and worry about what's going on. But I feel like I was able to look at that situation and just speak to other people, look at other people and look at the people that are in places that I want to be at and, kind of just be inspired instead of disheartened. But yeah.
More so, I felt informed. I felt like somebody actually, genuinely had enough love and respect for me to tell me, Alex, you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? So I think it was one of those moments where it was like a wake-up call. And it opened my eyes and made me start thinking and brainstorming, what could I be doing better? And it's now put me onto different paths, different avenues. It's opened up my mind. And it's genuinely put me in a better place. So I have to thank that person. So.
Well, obviously I was very defeated. My little sister was my world growing up. And, but life, we move on. She's better now. She's in a better place.
I wouldn't say it made me feel like giving up, but maybe it made me feel like refining, seeing why does somebody look at me and think I'm not ready to do that? And yeah, a lot of my friends tell me now I just got to walk in it. You got to walk in what you want to do. So regardless if someone's going to tell me that it's not going to work, you got to walk in it nonetheless.
What kept me going? I think number one would be my faith in God, the support system I have, my friends, my family. But most of all, I think just holding myself together, knowing that it's not really going to help me if I beat myself up.
Well, I got told whilst I was in university, I don't think anyone wants to hear someone that they love is going through an illness. But you get over it. I feel like believing in God, praying, having a good friendship circle, those are all really beneficial.
Probably that I'm taking too long in what I wanted to do. At the time, I think it hurt because I was taking a long time with reason. But now looking back, I think it was better that I took the time that I needed for myself and not comparing myself to others. Because of the amount of time that I did take, I got opportunities that I wouldn't have got to if I went the route that I was supposed to.
Probably when I was back at school, I think. A lot of people said to me that the reason that I end up in foster care was because my family don't love me. And I guess it's something that I didn't necessarily believe, but it's a really hurtful thing to say.
All of my friends are religious. We all hold God to a good account. But yeah, I feel like faith is definitely something that I needed and did have during that time. And I feel like it just strengthened my faith.
Come to the realization that you probably won't be able to do everything you dreamt of when you were a kid whilst you're growing up or when you're growing up,
I'm just a girl with a microphone and that I don't actually have any talent.
When someone close to me passed away, that was the most painful thing someone said to me, yeah.
The thing was about my colour.
I felt misunderstood, but also undervalued, and also that, not that it was necessarily true, but that's how people saw me, or they saw my interpretation of myself.
One time when I was younger,
this girl said something to me, and I don't even think about the girl, but I think about what she said to me. She said something like, "Oh, you're just like your dad," and I was like, "Damn, you don't even know my dad." That's crazy. Why are you trying to hurt me like that? So yeah, that's like the darkest thing.
I think it's a balance, especially when it comes to listening to people that actually care about you, because sometimes you need another perspective from people that know how your mind works that you might not be able to think for yourself. So I think staying true to yourself is like the most important thing, but also having like the humility and like the wisdom to know that you don't know everything, so you do need to listen as well.
With my mom, she said I had to basically choose between her and my aunt, and she's gonna like leave if I didn't choose her.
I don't want to say I was offended. I was more hurt than anything because it came from someone that I trusted and I really like admired and looked up to. So it was almost like discouraging me from doing like my passions and stuff.
I was young and like I was young. I was in love. I kind of messed up the love, and then she was that makes it sound like I did something mad, but like not like that. But I kind of wasn't treating her right, and then she said that, and honestly, I was like, you know what, you're right. But days later, I was like, you're right, but some stuff you don't have to say.
So at a very early age, my mom like ran away, and then that forced me to like move in with my aunt, and then my aunt essentially became my mom, and then a few years later my mom came back, and then just trying to like rebuild that relationship and get me back to like full custody and like having me back in her life. So it's like I had already kind of grew accustomed to being with my aunt and just like having that life, and then my mom came back, and so having to choose between the two is really tough.
You gotta have the right circle around you, because it's your friends and your family, your support network that builds you up. Do you know what I mean? God is integral to all of that as well, because I can't lie, if you don't have him, I mean, anyone who doesn't have him and they manage to get themselves through life, boy, I mean, kudos to you. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. But yeah, God is that safety net, that father, that person that you can just like put all your troubles onto, I suppose.